gaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What's going on? It's your host, Braylon Edwards, and this is Woodward Sports 2.0. Excited to be in a cooler studio today. Yesterday, we had that heat issue, and a little bit better. Got the fans going, the HVAC. They came out, they took care of the situation. It was what?
Cooler, not cool.
Cooler,
yeah.
To your point. I love the fact that I have
You said the right word.
I love the fact that I have my headphones and they're not even connected into the speaker system.
We got
it.
It's got plenty of power to it today.
I'll drop those down. A lot of distractions, but good distractions.
Yeah, some great energy
the
in
network today, man, and we'll get to that in a little bit, man. We'll introduce you to two of the future, if you will call them. But first, I'll say hello to my guy, Anson Wells. What's the word?
It's another hot one, but it is only 76 in the studio today.
Was it 88 yesterday?
Yeah, down 12 degrees. Thank goodness. The energy in here is amazing. We didn't know it was happening, but we're very thankful for it. I'm excited to introduce two very promising young individuals from our great city here. But no, there's a lot to talk about. The Terrion stuff you've never really gotten a chance to truly dive into. I think we'll hit some of that today. But
I agree.
It's going to be basketball, man. Basketball's hot.
It's going to be basketball. Before we get into basketball, we're going to say what's up to the crew. The crew is always ever-changing, but it's people that you do know and are familiar with. It's our guy, Gordo. What's up, Gordo? How you feeling?
What's going on, everybody?
Ready to do the show today?
Hey, happy to be here. It's a fun time. We got a lot of stuff going on today. It's a busy day. We got a lot of stuff for you guys in this show, so stay tuned, guys.
Yeah, and then we got my boy over there, Alex. Alex over there on the ones and twos.
Yo.
Rocking that audio booth. Introduce me to the audio booth, brother.
Yes, sir. Just chilling over here, man. I'm excited to be here.
I see you back there trying to act like, pop your head in there, man. Introduce yourself. There you go. You're around. Everybody's part of the show. There we go.
The jack of all trades over here, man. 100%. We love Damon.
Yo, so side note, today is an important day. Concert, but we'll get to the concert secondary. It is a young lady that I talk about on the show all the time. It is my niece's 4th birthday.
Okay.
Shout out to Rain Victoria Harris, my little partner in crime, man. Love you, boo. Uncle Bray, we'll see you later on. Actually came over and crashed the party at my house last night when we watched Team USA get the dub over Bosnia-Herzegovina 2-0. Spent a lot of time running around. Had to get her McDonald's, as Uncle Bray does.
It's not Unc Bray?
No, it's Uncle Bray.
Not yet?
No, it's Uncle Bray.
All right.
It's Uncle Bray. We got pictures. We'll throw them up in a second, but great time with her last night. Hung out with her pops, a.k.a. my brother-in-law. And just watching her grow up, man, over the last 4 years, I guess.
Yeah.
It happened fast.
We've watched her grow up.
100%.
It's been fantastic.
Pictures, videos, the whole 9 yards. But as we're waiting for those pictures, I am going somewhere tonight, and it sparked it. Oh, there she is. Shout out to Rain.
She is.
2 weeks ago
I love
at
that
my
photo
aunt's
so
birthday.
much.
I do too. She turned around right on cue. Got a cake on the face, the whole 9 yards.
Just enough.
Yeah, just enough. So shout out to my beauty. Love you. See you later. Going to Chris Brown and Usher concert tonight.
Ooh.
Excited to go to this Chris Brown and Usher. Kind of sort of. Like, I'm excited because I'm in the suite. Like nowadays with concert experiences, like everybody's standing up for 4 hours.
You going solo?
No. I'm not going solo.
You're not?
I'm going with Britt.
Who?
I'm going with Britt.
Oh, okay. I thought you said a different name you were going with too.
Well, that's my date, but me and my date are a part of a bigger group.
Oh.
Shout out to one Megatron.
Oh, okay.
That's what you were looking for?
Tease.
That's what you were looking for.
Man.
Shout out to Megatron hooking us up with
Give
the
it
tickets.
up.
So we will be. It's funny, you know what? Calvin's wife's name is Brittany.
Solid.
There it is, Brittany.
Solid.
100%.
Meant to be.
So excited to be there, man. Excited to go tonight. It's going to be fun. I prefer this sweet experience with concerts because everybody's standing up for 4 hours. Like, I don't have it. I'm not standing up for 4 hours. I'll pass. And then I don't like sitting down and everybody's standing up. So I'll pass on that. But Chris Brown, Usher, two of the best dancers, I would say.
A lot of moves tonight.
In R&B in the modern era, the last 25 years. This debate comes up all the time. Who is the greatest dancer of all time? So me, I took the liberty of creating my list. Well, Riley created the list. I picked the names, if you will. Shout out to Riley. I appreciate you, my brother. Here's my top 5 dancers of all time. I'm going Michael Jackson. Oh, here it is. I'm going Michael Jackson, number 1.
Gotta.
I'm going Chris Brown, 2. I'm going Fred Astaire 3. I'm going James Brown 4. And I'm going the Nicholas brothers, the best tap dancing individuals that ever lived. I'm going 5. And then even for my young cats, newer individuals, I threw 2 influencers on there, if you will, because this is the era of the influencer, and the influencer is taking over, as you will see in about 4 minutes. My influencers are Keita the Great, who has been doing it on social media now for about the past 12 years, and then Late Twins. Late Twins, well, hence the name, they're twins, and they dance with Beyonce and all other types of entertainers around the world. My top 5, Mike's number 1, it's not debatable. Chris Brown's number 2, that's debatable. Fred Astaire 3, James Brown, hey, watch me. And then you got to go with the Nicholas brothers. So that's my 5. So when everybody wants to know, is it Michael Jackson, is it Chris Brown, I love the conversation. I love the debate. I love what they say. Chris is taking Mike's moves, and no, he hasn't enhanced them. Chris has added other things. Yes, Chris has done new things. He's doing backflips. He's doing all these other things that Mike didn't necessarily get the opportunity to do. But when you're just talking about dancing, Mike's number 1, man. He is the toast of the town. But Breezy is too.
Okay. No
Breezy is too
Jabberwockies?
for me.
No Jabberwockies?
Jabberwockies are dope, but the Jabberwockies are all in a mask.
So you
and
don't
they're
know
in
who it
groups.
is.
So you don't know exactly
Could be
what the
like
one
hundreds
person-
of guys rotating.
And it is. It is, because the Jabberwockies from when they first started, so American Can Dance in like 07 or whatever it was to now, there's probably been 700 Jabberwockies. I was a Jabberwocky one year.
I bet.
Shaq was a Jabberwocky one year.
He was good, too. I saw his very first set
Yeah.
as a DJ at an EDM festival at Tomorrow World in Atlanta back in 16, and he crushed it. Now,
15 or 16, yeah.
now, let me ask you a question.
Chat, what you think? What do you think of the list?
Yeah, give
Just
us-
throwing that out there. What do you think of the list?
Bob Fosse in The Little Prince.
Bob Fosse was like 6, 7 for me, right around with Gregory
But if you ever
Hines.
seen that movie, The Little Prince?
Oh, there we go. There's Late Twins. That's a very, very interesting picture you chose. But shout out to Late Twins, and then Keita the Great. He's been doing it forever. Like he had a. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, Bob Fosse, if you see The Little Prince, I think it's from 73.
Probably won't, but
There's a whole scene in it where it's absolutely, you can tell, like, Michael Jackson stole a lot of that from him.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was
Yeah.
the move from Smooth Criminal. Like the Smooth Criminal
Yes, sir.
video where Mike has on the white, like when he starts to dance around a little
Mike
bit. in
perfected
motion.
it, though.
And that's what it's about.
Everything he did,
Yeah.
he perfected it.
And that's what it's about. Everybody likes to have a conversation. I feel like when Mike passed, people start getting real disrespectful on his name in all shapes, fashions, and form. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like when people pass, they're not here to defend themselves, and it gets passed over.
MJ was set up.
There's
Agreed.
conspiracy Anson right
That's
there.
right. Cue the X-Files music.
But you know what? Sometimes there's conspiracy Anson, and sometimes there's just God telling the truth. And I agree with that. God telling the
sir.
truth on that.
Yes,
but
sir.
everybody is taking what they've seen before and trying to make it better. And that's the thing. If you can take what you saw before and make it better, unfortunately to that person that you passed, you're a better individual. You know how many quarterbacks that Tom Brady had to emulate to become Tom Brady? You know how many quarterbacks Peyton Manning? You know how many basketball players Michael Jordan had to look at, see what their game was? Dr. J. Like Michael Jordan took a lot for what Dr. J was. Does that make Dr. J a better basketball player? F no. So you can take, but as long as you make it better. Michael Jackson made Fred Astaire's moves better. He made Fosse's moves better. He took a little bit of what James Brown was. He made that better. He took the Nicholas brothers, Gregory Hines, Sammy Davis Jr., who could be on this list. He made all those things better. So it's not that you're disrespecting the past. You're just paying a little homage to who made it better.
And that's what we see in sports today. These guys that have these tremendous skills, it's because they grew up watching these guys and stealing their skills and putting it all together and doing it better than their predecessors.
Speaking of doing it better than their predecessors, I appreciate that setup. You two individuals, Riley, Brian, come on up. Come on up to the stage.
Awesome.
Representing
Here we go.
Fresh Nation Media.
That's right. Fresh Nation is
100%.
here.
Talk-
You tell them about it.
Fresh Nation Media legitimately providing opportunity for the wave, the future, to get a chance to do what we do and even at a higher level. Today they brought in about, I'd say, 15 kids that are the wave of this future, and 2 of those individuals had chosen to speak on their behalf. One is Brian. Brian, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Brian.
Introduce me like you introduce to everyone on here, like you introduce yourself to me over there. What is your full name and what does it mean?
My name is Brian Rose Davis Jr. and Brian is an Irish name meaning high and open and beautiful. Irish Rome name meaning keeping water.
I love that. He told me exactly. He walked over, he said, "What's your name?" I gave him my name. He told me what my name meant, and I actually like what Jamel meant, man. It was handsome, if I remember correctly. Now, introduce your counterpart. You introduce yourself, Riley.
Hello, my name is Riley Ayana Lafayette. Lafayette is a French name, and I am 11 years old.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing with Fresh Nation Media this summer and what you hope to gain, because I'll tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen, I had an interview over here with Brian as well as three other young ladies out there. Dynamic interview. They asked the right questions, they were poised, and they were very confident. Tough for young individuals to be confident when they're asking questions, but they knocked it out of the park. What do you hope to gain, Brian?
I hope, because I'm not one of those people that just wants to be on top, says I'm going to be on top. I need to know where I'm going to be. So I said I'm going to join First Nation. I tried First Nation. It was a thing that I thrived with. I stuck for it for like 2 years. And in 4th grade, I was the first person to join a very special First Nation team that went to Cash Tech. I was the youngest person there with a lot of older people that wasn't even close to my age, and I thrived. And I was the youngest one. And then when I was in 5th grade, I joined the media team. I was in the media team. I was thriving, trying out new stuff to see what I was going to stick with. And I found me, and I told myself, media is like the thing I'm going to do.
Okay. I know our sponsors will be very happy at using Thrive a couple of times.
That's right.
Shout out to Brian, the young Thriver. Riley, what about you? How have you excelled in this program so far? What do you want to get out of it?
I have excelled in this program for about a year with Ms. Massey, my media teacher. She has taught me a lot of new things, how to stay confident, how to believe in yourself. And you guys, like, sometimes you're not perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Just try your best and do what you need to do. And I have learned how to, like, talk louder, speak up for myself, and do a lot of more things than I usually was doing.
Sound like that. What they're basically saying is get off your butt and make it happen. No excuses. If you want to do something, work hard. Go do it and get better and get better. And also, it's okay to fail, because failing is just an experience for what success waits at the end of the rainbow.
Fail forward.
100%. I love this. This is that energy right here.
This is
the
2.0.
This is the energy that we were talking about, we were bragging about, man. Appreciate you guys for coming out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Glad to be with you guys. You got a chance to see. Everybody in the back, say hello. We got to do it on 1, 2, 3, go! There you go, and that is the rest of the crew that came out
Braylon,
today.
I wish I was at this point at that age.
First of all, I wasn't.
Wow.
I wasn't at this point when I was in the league. I'm still trying to figure it out at 22 years old. But
That's
we
the
appreciate
truth.
you guys, man. Thank
Big
you for
time.
coming out.
Big time.
This is great, man. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we'll talk a little bit more about the Pistons. I want to talk about Terrion Arnold too as well. I think the Lions did tell us something with that move that somebody said a while ago, but where do we go with the Detroit Pistons, and are you happy? Because a lot of teams are making moves in the East. Pistons finished the season #1 in the East. Where are the Pistons now before the 26-27 season starts? But first, Anson, let me know about All Day.
I will, but first, I need all of you guys to smash that like while I tell you about something that I like a lot, and that is All Day IPA. 15 years. They have been the king of the IPA category, and that's because it's not bitter. It's balanced, it's refreshing, citrusy. It's got that 4.7% alcohol by volume. Pace you through the day. Listen, this weekend's going to be another hot one, and it's the 250-year anniversary of our great nation. So why not enjoy it and celebrate it with an all-day IPA from Founders Brewing? But when you do, make sure that you drink it responsibly.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not. Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
To tell you about Mortgage Pros because they want to help you change your life. Listen, I've been there. I've been frustrated, not knowing what direction to head in, but I knew I wanted something. So I think you should reach out if that's how you're feeling right now to mtgopros.com. That's Mortgage Pros. You can reach them at 248-416-1361. They're in Troy. They're Michigan's #1 mortgage broker. Unreasonably high standards, faster closings, elite support, impeccable service, and an unbelievable employee culture. You saw us out there a month ago at their annual block party. Listen, it's hard to find a place where the vibes are that way, where you can feel at home while you're also changing the trajectory of you, your career, as well as your family. So listen, it's time to invest in yourself if you want to blast through that ceiling and hit that six-figure mark and beyond. So I want you to take that moment to invest in yourself today. Again, reach out to Mortgage Pros, mtgopros.com. You can reach them at 248-416-1361. Once again, they're right in Troy, guys. They're nearby. Change your life with Mortgage Pros.
You want to talk about investing in yourself and change your life, man. Those kids were amazing.
They were.
Like,
when he interviewed me, I was blown away. Like, they're, man.
Yeah, shout out to First Nation Media and what they're doing, man. A lot of times, kids have this ability, man, but if they don't have anybody that puts them in these places or believes in them and gives them access, everything in life is about access. What you have access to, you can achieve. And what you have access to, you can see. Oh, if I can reach it, I can touch it. Those kids were dynamite. I'm talking. Not like JJ. They were just good. It's good energy. I love seeing that, man. Shout out to that program. But let's keep this program on the rails and on time, because I am kind of getting excited thinking about this concert tonight. I think it's going to be fun.
I would be too, man.
I would be too. But see, I'm cool because I have ADD. So when it comes to like concerts and things, like I'm cool for a second, then I'm like,
I have a hard time with
that.
that.
I need a disconnect for a sec. So having a suite, I can watch the show for a little bit. I can disconnect to some food, use the bathroom if I want to, jump on my phone. I can see what's going on in the World Cup. Spain plays tonight.
Because the concourse is a pain in the ass, dude.
Oh, my God.
Honestly, like, you don't want to leave your seat because you know you're going to have to go stand in line and all this crap. For me, like, even at Pine Knob now, I can't do concerts the way I did before.
Are you on the lawn at Pine Knob?
Yeah.
Chilling on the grass?
I need the lawn, for sure. Yeah. I need to do laps. If I go to a bar, anything, I need to do laps. I need to check out the talent. I need to go get some drinks and things like that. But honestly, like, I don't know what it is. I hate that OLD word. I don't use it. But something flipped, man. Like, maybe it's Forrest messing with me. I need, like, all the eye candy and all the people watching and stuff. But
it's just different energy. I think when you get older, like, there's other things going on. You can't just necessarily just dive into what it is.
You got to love every track.
Yeah, like, I don't know when it changed, but legitimately, I went to that I went to the Weeknd's concert last year. Went up to it with my cousin. My cousin works in media. He's out in L.A. doing his thing, so he took me and the crew. We went to see the Weeknd, and everybody, the whole concert was like this. Whole concert. We had good seats. It was like on the floor, but I can't stand for 4 hours. I will not do it. I will not.
And who wants to sit behind you when you're standing too?
Yeah, you ain't lying. And I feel bad because legitimately I'm standing up and I know that I'm a presence. I know I got wide shoulders. I know I'm 6'4", so I'm like.
You just feel that person behind you doing this.
Then it's like if you turn around, you also feel like an asshole because then it's like, hey man, sorry about that. Hey man, turn your big ass around.
A problem I do not have.
Yeah, 1,000%. I do.
You didn't have to go to 1,000. You could have said 100.
Okay, man, 50, 20.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, Anson.
I feel you, man.
Nobody ever said that to either one of you guys. But now to Trajan Langdon, have you told him that you believe in the mission? Have you told him you believe in what the offseason was? The reason why I asked that question is as you're starting to see moves happen. Now Jaylen Brown is a member of the Philadelphia 76ers. Paul George is now in Boston with the Celtics. Kawhi Leonard now in Toronto with the Raptors, being a mentor for Scotty Barnes and what that team is. Giannis Antetokounmpo down there in Miami with Bobby Portis. You start to look around the league. Celtics, they also acquired Mitchell Robinson. Want to beef up a little bit for the playoffs next season. You look around, you look at those moves. How do you feel about your Detroit Pistons? Were the Detroit Pistons, I guess, or are you happy with Trajan Langdon because where the Pistons are, we'll get to.
And you talked about a lot of the moves that are happening, and we'll dive deeper into that later today.
The Pistons made moves, but did it sway you?
And that's the thing is it swayed me. Okay. I saw 4 trades in 4 days. Then I see a nice signing, a guy that we actually talked about the day before that we hope to get.
Shout out Justin Sowell.
No doubt, big time. Nailed that. So I'm hearing, whatever it is, social media, all different sports sources, and there's a lot of Pistons fans that are mad. I really don't get it because this is really only Trajan's 3rd year here. He's created all this flexibility. I don't think that anybody can debate the fact that the team is better. Now, around the margins, 30% better. Are they that much better? No, I don't think they are. But they're primed and put in a position to be able to make that big splash move that everybody's desperate for. And let me linger on that because y'all are desperate. And what you're putting on Trajan is not fair, all right? The fact that all 4 of these teams have seen the resurgence since Woodward Sports started.
Hey, shout out.
Since we've seen that, we haven't seen the big deal from either of Illich's teams. We haven't seen the big deal since we were forced into moving Stafford for the Detroit Lions.
Let me ask you now, when you say the big deals, I just want to be clear because people in the chat will probably throw it out. When you say big deal, does Framber Valdez for the Tigers not count? Okay, and that was fair.
And they don't even. You have to get a superstar through free agency. Otherwise, they need a trade. Bro.
Gotcha.
They want to send draft picks. They want. Trading is fun. I love doing it in fantasy. Yeah. So, I'm a transaction king over here, man. I love that stuff. But
so they want you to be the opposite side of the Stafford Jared Goff. So it was a huge trade for the Rams.
Well, and it was a huge trade for us, but they want more of it, Bray.
Gotcha.
They want to see more of it. They want to see it from the Tigers' last, deadline. They wanted to see it from this offseason. You didn't get it. You've wanted to see Myles Garrett come here and all these other Jalen Phillips type names, and we've never seen it. And the Red Wings, don't get me started. Don't get Justin in here and started, and the lack of big moves that would get them excited. And then you look at the Pistons, and honestly, like they've had really the fastest turnaround, getting to 60 wins. It's pretty comparable to what you saw Dan and Brad do early. But your angst for these other teams, they're spilling over onto Trajan. And it's not right, guys. This man is doing it all the right way. You can make a blockbuster trade and ruin your franchise. Just have to ask the Clippers. all right? This move that he's making through this offseason is stylized, and it's very carefully planned to create and maintain flexibility, because that big move is coming, Bray.
Yeah.
And we have to be patient. It might not be right now because the list of names, it's dwindled down. There's not much left. And those guys realize that own these players, the good names like Trey Murphy and MPJ, we'll get into later, they're not going to be moved for what's left that's available. So you just might have to be patient, Detroit. You might have to see who this team is that he's assembled. And then once they know who it is, they make the appropriate move come February.
Look, that is a word here in Detroit that I think people get tired of, is the word patience. Unfortunately, it's the word that has become synonymous with all four of our franchises. Scott Harris tells you to be patient. Brad Holmes tells you to be patient. Stevie Y tells you to be patient. And Trajan Langdon also tells you to be patient. So if people out there are tired of being patient, I understand, realistically. I think it's two situations when you talk about Trajan Langdon. You can be happy, which I am. I'm looking at it from an adult perspective. I'm looking at it from an older perspective. I can legitimately look at it and say, hey, you know what, Trajan Langdon is making moves that will help this team, okay? Sign Isaiah Joe, you got a shooter, a guy that's going to come in. He understands how to win. He understands how to play. He understands how to play in a unique niche system like he did in OKC. You bring in John Collins. He is a younger, healthier, better shooting version, much more athletic version of Tobias Harris. And he has also played in this league for a while. He understands his role. That's a good move. That's a good pickup. You look at the draft, it was a good draft pick. I mean, you look at what, I don't want to piss him off, but when you look at Abuka Okorie, I think it was a good draft pick, but was it the right year? When I look at what Trajan Langdon is doing, I think he is doing very similar to what Brad Holmes is doing, in the sense, I like the team. I understand what he's doing. I think this team is marginally better than they were last year, but have they put themselves in a situation where they can stay at the top two? I don't know. I doubt it. I think there's 4 teams now ahead of the Pistons, maybe even 5, maybe even 6. So when you're looking at it that way, yes, I appreciate what he's doing, and I think he's making some decent moves. I don't know if I would have drafted Abuka Okorie and moved up and sacrificed draft capital to go get him this year. I think he was a last year pick. I think he was a 2 years ago pick. Coming off that #1 run last season, coming off that loss to
Blake Miller.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Should have been last year.
100%.
Okay. I see where you're going.
And looking at it that way, I'm like, I like what Trajan is doing. You can respect it, like it, but not think it's enough. And for me, I got to wait to see what's out. Still a lot of time before the season starts, and still a lot of time before the playoff run starts, because you have February as a trade deadline. But I like it. I don't love it. And I don't know that it's made you that much better. I think you're still contending at this point. Knicks are ahead of you. Celtics ahead of you. Miami Heat, you can argue that one. You look at what the Raptors did, you can argue that one. And then there's the Cleveland Cavaliers and what's going to happen with their moves. So just looking at it from right now, the moves are cool, but they haven't done anything to make me think differently about what they did last year.
Can I ask them to have patience until at least July 6th when they can actually announce a lot of these trades?
Yeah.
Because we actually did make a trade with Dallas. I told you yesterday that would happen, and we don't know what the details are of that. There could be a lot more coming.
Yeah.
Wait until the 6th before you get mad at Trajan.
That's
but
fair.
You mentioned Brad Holmes. You talked about the parallels. Gordon, best GM in town. Trajan Langdon or Brad Holmes?
I feel like this is a setup.
No,
I'm still going
I'm
Brad
curious.
Holmes.
I want to hear from all of you.
Yeah, I'm going Brad Holmes, and it's more so just because we have more to look at. There's a larger sample size. You know, with a Trajan Langdon, yeah, he's gotten us, Sar Thompson, Ron Holland. But other than that, like, there hasn't been much of a sample size. He's done a good job of going out and getting solid veterans that can come in and contribute and that have elevated this team to a contender in just 2 years from being in the basement of the league. And we saw the Lions in Brad Holmes do the same thing, just on a larger timetable. So I honestly, I don't like this question because I have to take a caveat. And I got to say, they're both at TBD, that same level.
TBD.
Yeah, TBD. They're definitely significantly better than the other two Ilitch-owned GMs. But for them, hey, I'm really excited, though. I think the Alaskan Assassin, hey, he's hired those shooters, man. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's ready.
What about you, Barry?
It's tough to compare. I am. But I'm saying it's tough because I want to go just 2 years in, look at Brad's, look at Trajan, want to look at the offseason, want to look at the draft picks. But it's tough to draw a parallel when you don't really have first-round picks like that. So for me, it's more so, what have you been more successful at more consistently? And I would have to go with. It's tough. They're almost even.
Yeah,
they're almost even. But 2023 stands out for Brad. However, 24 and 25 take away from what 23 is. So Brad by a hair.
You know why Brad gets my nod?
Yeah.
Because it's just a deeper mess. As bad as both franchises were at that very moment, Lions had been historically bad for a very long time, and they were the punchline, the paper bags of the NFL. So to reverse that is major. You're talking about 60, 70 years of failure versus nearly 20.
Not to mention, like, the majority of the Pistons' success is Troy Weaver's draft pick. So, like, when you play it that way, it's...
Keep going back to that, please.
It is.
I love that.
You can not like Troy Weaver, and that's fine.
You know where I'm at on that.
I know you do. I say you can not like Troy Weaver, and that's fine. But when you look at it, you look at the Asars, you look at the Jalens, you look at the Cade, you look at the makeup, you look at the identity, that still very much has Troy Weaver's handprints all on.
I wish we still had them to do drafting, but they got it right this year. And to be honest, before the break, listen, Joe D, Rodney White, he screwed that one up. You can look at every single GM we've had here, and they screwed up their first pick. Then they seem to get it right after that.
Well, you know who gets it right every time? It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. Yeah, put up the purple and gold. There it is. And I ain't talking about Omega Sci-Fi. 50 locations around the great state of Michigan. This is the gym for you. I guarantee if you go outside, if you drive for 5 minutes, you will find a Planet Fitness. That's where they are. They're everywhere. No judgment. Home of the cleanliness. I'm telling you, the gyms are super clean when you go in there. Inside, outside, the locker room, everything. And it's a good vibe. Trainers on staff. Pull up the Planet Fitness, man. Start your journey. Get it popping today. We're all strong on this planet, and the planet is Planet Fitness.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that.
Don't just survive, thrive.
Breakout season loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone. Touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
The team over there at State Title Agency, they just get things done the right way. Shout out to the B-side. They've been doing this over 20 years. So that expertise, that's why everything is simple and convenient, and that's how they make it for you. Late night closings, weekend closings, by appointment only. They make it happen for you, man. They want that process to be as simple as possible. They make things right, man. 23 years in this game from the B and his team, you add that, they can do all things, man. Go to this group, sign with this group, buying, refinancing. This is the move to make. The B-side over there at the State's Title Agency. Speaking of titles, teams in the East, man, they're trying to chase titles as we will.
I can't believe that the title lies in New York.
Philadelphia is trying to make their claim, man. They acquire Paul Pierce.
Nobody saw the East winning it this year. Let's be honest, man. And I have a hard time with that.
East has won 2 out of 3.
They have, and honestly,
or is it 3 out of 4?
Like, I know where you're going, and honestly, it's something we have to talk about. The East is building. It's really building.
Speaking of building, breaking news from my man Gordo over there. Anthony Simons has now signed with the Philadelphia 76ers, adding another player to the East and to a team that's trying to contend. Guys are making moves. Teams are making moves. I'm telling you like this. Your point.
So you guys want a little bit of details on that one? Because we have numbers as well.
Give me numbers and details on it so we can see if this was something where you're like,
yep. So Anthony Simons signs with the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year, $12.3 million deal. So
overall?
That's it?
Yes. And it's a player option in the second season.
Player option?
Yes.
So affordable. I'm not saying this was the guy, but this
Crazy
is the guy.
affordable.
If I would have known he was there, this is the fuck. This is a conversation.
Affordable. We talked about him 2 days ago when Justin brought up John Collins and some other options. This is a guy that was a flat-out scorer in Portland, and then gets moved this last year to where did he end up? Boston, and he didn't get traded. Excuse me, he got traded mid-season, signed with Boston after he left Portland, and honestly, he just didn't fit in Boston whatsoever. Yeah. He was a massive failure. After he was moved, you saw a little bit of what it is. I'm surprised that for this value you didn't hear the Pistons around this name more, because he's not the number 2 option, but he is a guy that can create off the dribble and can score at a lot of levels. Isn't the true guy that we want, though, I think.
$6.4 million per year.
How do you pass that up, Ray?
$6.4 million per year.
How do you pass that up? You can as an organization. I think maybe they're looking at Okorie and they're really wanting to develop him. Maybe they see him being interfering with that. It's a scary move. I'll be honest with you. I was talking smack to a Philadelphia peasant fan.
They're the
I had to transfer it to some team, Braylon. Leave me alone here. So listen, you haven't been alive since they won anything in '83. It's not as good as '73, but I'll work with it. All right.
I think Philadelphia fans deserve that title a lot.
Well,
more.
now they do.
Now
they do because
New
York, to his point, I'm not going to actually agree, but you have something there. They are the champions, Braylon.
I hated playing in Philly.
But listen,
Philly was disrespectful for no reason. I was like, I'm not even your conference. Like, I'm in the AFC. Like, what was his hate?
Yeah.
You hating because we're green too? Jesus.
So this signing's on the heels of the Paul George, Jaylen Brown trade, which broke news last night. I think the heavyweights got to tell you that one. And on the surface, I'm not scared by that move. I think it's a lateral move for both Boston and Philly that, at best, it's an addition by subtraction. This guy vibes better with this team now versus the one that he was with. All right, but then when you add in Anthony Simons. Okay, so now you got a whole lot of offense here. You're replacing Quentin Grimes, who actually had a fantastic year, with an Anthony Simons. Grimes now with the Lakers. They do need one more move, but they need Embiid to not die. Okay? Now, you look at Boston, they get Mitchell Robinson. They get Mike Conley. These are more vets. This is what they like. So they're a little bit deeper. And listen, we were going to get into this. I don't think we have time today, but they are absolutely persecuting Jaylen Brown. There's a coordinated effort by the media 100%. To attack his value and his future earnings potential, and it worked.
And they're using somebody that's the same color to work on their behalf.
Amen.
And Stephen A. Smith, and that's why he's going after him. But getting back on track, because you're right, that is something to talk about, something I want to spend some time talking about. But getting back to this as it relates to the Pistons, I'm not mad at what the Sixers are doing, and I'm not saying that them picking up Anthony Simons, oh my God, now they're way better than the Pistons. It's not what we're saying. What I'm saying is, I'm mad that people are seemingly get better. I'm mad that people are making decisions and making moves. So the Pistons made a couple moves, but I want another move. Like, I want the move. This is how I think about the situation. We spend so much time, Gordo, Alex, talking about, we want the Trey Murphy, or we want the insert whoever they've mentioned to the Pistons, MPJ, which has been coming up since the better part of December. Like, all these moves, who's the guy that's just as good as Cade? Because to win a championship, like, if you're serious about winning a championship in this day and age, if you're serious about continuing to challenge in the NBA, you got to have two alphas. You got to have 2 alphas, or you got to have an alpha and 2 damn good players to make your 3. Like, who's that guy for the Pistons?
You want to go big.
Well, who's the guy that's going to be as good as Cade? Like, when you look at championship teams. Like,
hopefully nobody in the league, right?
Okay, but if you're not talking about the Giannis's, the Jokic's of the world, the Lucas of the world. Like,
who did Jokic have? Who was Jokic's alpha?
Jamal Murray.
But he's also just saw LaMelo Ball get paired up with Ant-Man.
But what I'm saying,
to that point, that's the kind of thing you're talking about, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be John Morant. But yes, I want somebody to
I don't want John.
You bringing in somebody that can cook. You bringing in somebody that I know he can go out there and he can leverage the other half of that. Cade doesn't have to
more
put
than
everything
Trey.
up. Yes,
more than MPJ.
100%.
Okay.
100%, because this is where we're really at. You're trying to win a championship in the NBA, you got to have 2. You got to have 2. The Boston Celtics, they had Jalen and Jason. You look at the Knicks. You're like, well, they didn't have 2. Karl-Anthony Towns was the number 1 pick overall.
He played, up to that level as well.
When you add guys around him like OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, that 2 goes a little higher. Everybody has 2. And you say Jokic, that's what I'm saying. When you're talking about the 4 or like the main guys, they don't need that number 2 to be as great, because Jokic is amazing, because Luka is amazing, because Giannis is amazing. Jamal Murray is a damn good basketball player.
Who had an all-pro season that year.
Exactly, and he had a really good one last year too before he got hurt. So you got to have another guy that's an all-star. Like, frankly put, you got to have another guy that can go, like, when your night is off, like your team, for as much as they have Chet and they have, all the guys around it and Dortz and blah, 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 and now Amon-Ra, J-Dub can go out and get you 40. He proved that in the finals.
Go get J-Dub.
So,
is that what you were saying? Don't get me excited.
I would say that's where I'm at with the Pistons. I need you to get, just like we were clamoring for the edge, go get somebody. Go get a guy that's also an all-star. Go get a guy that can challenge Cade on certain nights, like, shit, I'm better than Cade this night. Go get a guy like that. Or just keep making moves like this, and I'm content with knowing that we'll make it to the playoffs. But after that second round, that's where we either fall out or we barely scrape past. Yeah. I don't want that.
I know we're against the break here, but I want to pull out Jamoke. I don't know. Tell us how you pronounce it. Jamoke 03.
And Jamoke.
He's always here. I appreciate you, bro. A little more of a pessimist, though, and he's sounding the way that a lot of the fans that I heard that I'm a little annoyed by. And I love you, Jamoke, but he says, if we don't get Cade's co-star this offseason is a failure. I don't think that's the case. I think that if you don't make the move by the trade deadline, then Jamoke, I am with you, because flexibility is great, but we're squarely in that window right now, because one of these, nobody's made it clear that they're the front runner. Seems like it's going to be San Antonio, but they're not there yet. Yeah. So before they get there, let's get there first.
You know what? I appreciate that. And the reason why I appreciate that is because you come up here, and ever since I've known you doing this show, you practice patience. Patience on this. This is what the Fords are trying to do. This is what we want to do. We don't want to do this because we want to be here for a long time, not a short time. And I always get on my damn nerve because in this – hear me out.
I was just going to say February. I'll give you February, baby.
And that's what I was going to say. In professional sports now, you strike now.
February.
You can win now. You can get good now. You can be in contention now. Like the Knicks going into the season last year, you were like, damn, championship, get the hell out of here.
You've been rubbing off on me, man.
100%.
Like, look who the Knicks just won on the backs of those deals that I hate.
But I like that you said trade deadline, because you're now at least coming a little bit to the saying.
February,
you know
Trajan.
What? I'm cool with that. And I'll be cool with you reading Loom.
Oh, tell me a little about Jamokemon, like Pokemon.
Jamokemon.
Love it. There we go.
I want to be the very best. All right, I'm done.
That's right. And the very best when it comes to enjoying yourself, slowing things down, taking care of you, me time.
It sounds like
talking about Loom, baby. I just re-upped.
Like
I'm feeling great. We're going to feel great after the show. Joint subcommittee meeting, gentlemen. Hey, now, listen, but they got that Independence Day giveaway through the 5th. When you get over there, they got 3 different products. They'll tell you exactly what you need to buy, and you get automatically entered into either win a $250 gift card or a trip for 6 up north, man. 6, not 2. No.
That's more than a party.
And I think they give you like a G to go play with.
What?
I know, right?
What's going on?
We're not eligible, bud.
Bullshit.
Sorry. Anyway, you see that code above my head, or you can head on over to loom.com. Just put in that WSN 30, or tell them in person, because they got 40 locations throughout the state. They are Loom.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets available now at DebtCityFC.com.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network. The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Hey guys, while we're all struggling with the heat and talking sports to get our mind off of it, there's a lot of other stuff going on in here that we're not talking about. And Pure Psych is here to help you do just that. Whether you're dealing with PTSD, anxiety, relationship issues, or you just want to start counseling, we are very proud to be partnered with them to help you do that. They are not the cookie cutters, guys. They are going to tailor a program just for you to get you on the path to wellness. So reach out to them today and find them at PurePsychMI.com. But guys, listen, we really urge you to do this. I know we just kind of glance over this. It's easy to talk sports, hard to talk about this. It's very real, guys. I told you yesterday, 20 veterans a day take their lives here in the United States. So whether it's you or somebody around you, reach out. Find out more at PurePsychMI.com.
And we are back. I know I always piggyback off Anson on that, but it's respectfully and responsibly. So it's okay to go talk to somebody.
No doubt.
It's okay to talk to somebody. I talk to somebody. I think people should talk to somebody. And the reason why is because I know everybody's like, man, I talk to my brother, or I talk to my boy, or I talk to my dad, or I talk to my uncle, or I talk to my mom, I talk to my wife, I talk to my girl. There are just going to be things that you don't talk because you don't want to be judged. Like 100%. There are things you say because, one, you don't want to be judged. There are things that you want to get out, but you can't, and you don't know how to ask. So when you talk to someone, it's easier. It's easier to have those conversations. It's easier to put out information. You're like, oh, you know what? Yeah. And then you get good responses, and you're able to move forward. So I'm not saying you have to use who we use, but use somebody.
That's right.
Preferably use Pure Psychology.
Speaking of talking to people, I would like to talk to you, chat.
You sound like that sounded like Eddie Murphy imitating Bill Cosby. I would like to talk to you.
I would like to talk to you. Listen, I'm going to give you what you want first, so that you give us what we want.
Sounds like a drug deal.
Tom Mazaway will be with Sean Belizean next Wednesday on BDE, all 2 hours. And then again on Friday. The double dose of Maz.
Bourbon Friday,
He's
Maz.
in Aruba right now. That's why you haven't seen him, guys. He's getting his tan on. Hallelujah. Well done, my friend.
Guys, we're about to get Bourbon Friday Maz. Hey,
oh,
chat, get
man.
ready. Get ready.
Dude, I'm coming in early.
Oh.
I'm not drinking, but I'm coming in early.
I'm tuning in next Friday,
yes,
man. I'm locked in.
Are we going to get a WNBA minute for Bourbon Friday edition?
Don't tempt me. That might be a special edition for a reunion with Maz. I know Maz would love to talk about Sophie
The whole
Cunningham.
studio might be here for that.
Maz
show.
and Sean might give you 2 minutes.
Oh, maybe.
I love when you allow older individuals to say things. Just wait, because they usually contradict themselves. Maz told me, nah, Bray, I don't drink, Bray. I never drink. I was like, okay, it makes sense. And then you ask a question. When people say they don't drink, what's the first question you ask? Why? Say why? What happened? No, nothing happened. I just don't drink.
I thought he said he never drank.
It's just not for me. All right, fast forward. Maz told me this in 2021. All right, cool.
Letting out secrets.
Fast forward 2023, we're doing the show, and we're talking about it. And Maz tells a story about how he got drunk, and he told me the story of how he got
one
drunk.
and done?
He was one and done. So, I mean, he's not lying. He does not drink at all. Maz, sweetheart, does not drink. But he did drink. And he said he ended up falling asleep on the couch of his mom's sofa and threw up some orange juice or something like that. It was like 5 in the morning. He said, Mom went. So it was like, That's why he does.
What else is different from his Wednesday afternoons?
You know what? Nothing.
Nitty gritty.
Absolutely nothing.
Maz got a Knicks stencil and got himself a Knicks sunburn tattoo.
Shout out.
All right, so listen, I gave you what you wanted.
Right.
Wednesday, Friday, double dose of the Mavs. I want you to share the stream. I want you to smash the chat. And there's not one effing super chat in here. What's going on, guys? I gave you what you wanted.
Come on.
Now I got to buy my own super chats. I see how you feel about me. Let me ask you this. You talk about making a move by February. Getting reports that DeMar DeRozan, one side of Sacramento, is this a piece that work well here?
Okay.
Or is DeMar in the declination phase? Because, I mean, if we're going to go with Tobias Harris for 3 years, DeMar DeRozan for me is about as solid as they come. Mitty King.
Hey, did you hear this?
I heard that.
You know what that was?
Rats.
A couple years ago, it was Tobias Harris that landed here. And I dropped a name with you and Kool-Aid.
This is true.
I wanted DeMar DeRozan. Now, we weren't a destination.
When he was coming out of Chicago?
Who knows? He's been on 12-team teams. I couldn't go back to that. But I think you're correct.
Spurs, Chicago. Yeah.
So this solves two things that Pistons fans are pissed off about. Yeah. Okay, one, you don't have your number 2 scorer. That's him. All right. Actually, it's 3 things, because now you get that number 2 scorer. Period. The man can defend. You get your grit. You lost beef stew, but you bring in one mother. My man is not to be taken lightly out there. DeMar DeRozan is a man. All right? And he will not take anything less than that kind of respect in the NBA. And he's a leader. He's a veteran. Now, he may not have the same kind of voice that Unc had, the kind of temperament and calm that he brought to the team. But you check off 3 check marks that you opened up these boxes by bringing him in. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how it gets done. And it may blow up in your face. This could be that deal that I talked about, that blockbuster deal that turns you into the Clippers, because I mean, this is a guy that I think played for the Clippers at some point.
He did.
You look at this deal, man, and there's not many names left over. In fact, there's one that we were throwing out here I want to bring up in this same conversation, because I know this will get you excited, Braylon.
Oh, yeah.
You said, who is that second guy?
DeMar's making $24 million a year, too. So
It can work.
It could work.
It could work.
Absolutely can work. I'm glad you looked that up. The other name is Kyrie Irving. You said you wanted that true 2, a great player in the NBA.
He's still on the table.
If that hits, and we got a trade right now that's been made with the Mavs.
Play that hallelujah. Now, if you sign Kyrie Irving, especially after I've watched him at this Nike 100 camp, I watched where his shape is, where his mental is, where the skill level's at, what the knee looks like. I'm like,
he's still playing ball, man. He's still the same baller he's been.
Best handle ever.
Which is on another planet. Like, frankly put, like, I don't care how you feel about Kyrie, his antics, whatever you want to call him, this, that, and the third. I don't necessarily agree with everything he does or says, but you don't have to. At the end of the day, when I watch that guy play, there's never been a player that had that level of skill in terms of the things he can do, in terms of being ambidextrous with every single thing, how he dribbles the ball, how he moves, he can do it. Like, ambidextrous people can't necessarily operate like Kyrie Irving.
And he takes the pressure off of Cade. Right now, Cade's everyone's target, right? We saw it in the playoffs. They're double-teaming Cade. Everyone's double-teaming Cade. If you get somebody like Kyrie Irving on there, they're going to put more focus on Kyrie, which is going to open up Cade to hold on. There's just no other word we can say. That's the dream.
And one thing about Kyrie Irving, which I have to give just a little bit of pushback as relates to one team, what do they always say about him? Remember they had that conversation where you want Jalen in his prime or you want Kyrie Irving? Obviously what Jalen did with the New York Knicks, and now he has a championship, it's still him. But what Kyrie Irving did for the Dallas Mavericks when Luka Doncic was hurt and when he was spacing a little bit, Kyrie Irving helped that team get to the finals. Now, they got smacked in the finals, but that team got to the finals, and that wasn't with LeBron. That wasn't him under LeBron's shadow, if you will. So you've seen him do that in recent years. That's 2 years ago.
Man, that trade gets to Detroit?
Yeah.
No. That trade
they
gets
do want to play with each other.
That trade gets
in a basketball
finalized on
people.
Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we could be in here talking about something that blows every skirt up in Detroit.
Gordo will have the jersey on Tuesday.
Say less.
I will have the Kyrie Irving jersey. That
what
will
number
happen.
does he wear?
That's a great question. I'm actually not sure, because What does he usually wear? Like
2.
11, 2, 11?
2 and 11.
And
Didn't he wear 1 at early on? Or
2 in Cleveland and then 11.
And all
could be wrong.
are all those retired?
One's retired and one's current.
Yeah.
2 of the 3 greatest paint guards in Detroit history.
That could definitely be. That definitely could be interesting. Like what I mentioned, we didn't talk about that. I mentioned the landscape of what the East is. Starting to watch these moves. Where do you think they are? Where do you think the Pistons right now? Moves are on the table. Moves hadn't fully been made. We're being patient, according to Anson. That's fine.
Till February.
But right now, where we're at, where are we in our own division?
I love this question.
Conference.
I love this question because there's so much doom and gloom I'm hearing around Metro Detroit and the fan base. Nobody did anything that ascended them to the front runner here, right? The Knicks have gotten worse. We're still waiting for what they're going to do. They will do something, but they're strapped.
How many people did they move on from? Mitchell Robinson's now with the Celtics. What else?
Alvarado and Chandry should all be gone. Okay, so those guys haven't landed yet, but those 3. I mean, listen, they're going to come out with some depth pieces, the same as they did before. Nobody's picking the Knicks to win this year, right? I don't think so.
We said that last year, though.
Well, for sure, and I called them the Knicks. Don't make me linger, all right? But I'm not excited by anything that they've done. You look at Miami getting Giannis, great move, but Khalil Ware,
Bobby
Portis,
they're still the Heat.
They just don't have enough, and my man has to play more than 57 games anyway.
Okay, hear me out on this one. This is where I'm waiting to see, just like we're waiting to see what the Pistons are going to do, I'm waiting to see how they finalize that team and that roster, because for Pat Riley to go get Giannis, I think he's trying to do more than put butts in seats.
Yes.
I think this is Pat Riley trying to give Eric Spoelstra another shot at an East right now that has holes, or East right now that is up for grabs. I think they're not done, and I think when they are done, it'll be a situation where you're like, all right, okay, the Miami Heat have been the conversation.
I'll let you know when I fear Giannis again.
Okay.
Right? He needs to play more than 57 games, which he's done twice in the last 8 years.
Well, it depends on if he puts bets on himself or not with his own company.
There you go, Calcione.
Shout out to Alex.
Yeah, you know how much money he must have made on all those degenerate peasant fans betting that he would end up in New York the full time. The owner of Kelce knew he was going nowhere.
Or just him just trying.
I digress.
I just don't understand how certain things aren't, conflict of interest.
Like, it is, dude.
How is that not conflict? Steph has the same situation.
I think the Beasley situation is going to open that door, and it's going to open that conversation.
Gambling
a lot.
and NIL.
Wasn't he just
they're in the same
shown
world
to
right
not? Didn't they drop the charges?
That Beasley?
No, he pleaded not guilty.
He pleaded not guilty.
He pleaded not guilty.
All right.
He was betting on games when he was in Milwaukee.
Yeah, so listen, I digress on that, but we look at the new look Celtics. You add Mitchell Robinson and Mike Conley, a little bit of depth, and you swap out Jaylen Brown. There's all these analytics out there that says that's a good thing for them. Philly, Philly's tough. They've improved. Now, Damon, shout out. He just mentioned
Where'd
something to me
Zubac
that I missed.
Zubac just went somewhere.
Well, Vukovic just went to Orlando last night, which I had missed.
Zubac went to Indianapolis.
Okay, Indianapolis I don't fear by any means right now. Zubac is a great get for them. They've lost Mather, and they've lost a lot of intangible pieces, and we still don't know if that elite speed and burst that made Halliburton the player that he was is going to return his first year back. I think he'll be fine. I still think that that's a 6, 7, 8 seed type of team this year.
Look at what Jason Tatum did. Jason Tatum came back during the season, and we saw that the skill was there, level was there.
Oh, yes. I just don't think they're deep.
Tyrese set out a year and a half.
Yeah. Zubac is a big get for them, but I don't see the pieces for them to be worried. I don't think anybody in the East has made themselves the front runner in this offseason. Waiting to see what happens with Cleveland. Cleveland is a big-time wild card. I think that Orlando getting Vukovic kind of puts them up in that top 4 for me at this point.
Top 4?
Yes, because I do believe they were top 4 at the beginning of the season last year. The fact that they did not have Franz for over 50 games is why they slipped. You saw how good they were in person for 7 games.
I was going to say Ben Carroll was balling, but can he do it again?
Well,
Ben
Ben Carroll is
much if you got Franz Wagner who's healthy,
and
that's
probably why they didn't move on.
Yeah.
So I think that that's a team that you can't sleep on. I think that Cleveland's going to make a move. There's the champs out on the East Coast.
Wait, what about if we get a reunion, Cleveland, gets LeBron?
It would cost them Harden. I think Harden would be gone somehow. But you
but
get an upgrade over Harden big time.
Yeah, and how does that look for the East in general?
Terrifying.
Where do you think
it's terrifying. They're instantly the 1 seed. I mean, at least the favorite.
You think the 1 seed? I mean, I would definitely put them in the playoffs, but I don't think they're.
Who are they better? Who's better? With LeBron James instead of James Harden there. Right. Dialed in, miles away from Akron, ready to get squarely in the debate with the GOATs.
Spida Mitchell, you still have those two in your front court.
Evan and Collins.
Ooh. Damon's going with Philly.
Well, he's a peasant fan. I appreciate your input on Vukovic, but no, Philly is a nightmare. Okay,
I would never trust Philly.
Not Embiid, man. They got to move Embiid for like that. Would if the Pistons were the Clippers and had Duren and they could make that move and get Duren over there to Philly, they'd be fine.
Anson hates the Clippers.
No, I don't even hate the Clippers. They're just a joke. Like
Clippers hate themselves.
They do.
Yeah,
it's the Sterling curse. Bro.
I would just say you can't trust Joel Embiid, and that would be my only issue with Philadelphia. And the reason why is I'm not trusting the guy who knew he was hurt, tried to play in the Olympics, and then he didn't play like the first 40 games, like the NBA season, like things like that. I mean, you don't have it. I mean, you don't care about what you're supposed to care about. I care about my country 100%. I understand you wanting to play for that goal, but that team's a little bit more important, and you couldn't show up because you were hurt.
And his new teammate spent the whole season talking smack on his podcast about one Joel Embiid.
That's going to be fun. It's going to be very interesting. So, still interested to see what this is going to look like. I love that all the moves are being made in the East, though. Like, let me ask you a question. What's been done in the West outside of the draft? Like, where the moves happening in the West? Like, everything is East.
It is. It's really nice to start seeing it happen.
Except LeBron saying he was done with the Lakers.
Minnesota.
Golden State Golden State's about to make a lot happen. Like, when we come back next week, we're going to be talking Golden State.
Yaxel Lindeborg.
The big four, man.
You see the beef between Yaxel and Draymond Green and Draymond Green.
I'm here for it, baby.
I'm here for it in the sense of as spectator and the show and what we're doing. But
is Yaxel lying?
What is? Yes. Because hear me out. Because even hear me out. And this is the only reason why. It has nothing to do with the school. Has nothing to do with Draymond. It has something to do with what Draymond said. When he was on the podcast talking about what Lindeborg said, he was like, "Yeah, I mean, I was out of town, so I think the times line up." Like, you don't have to say shit like that if you know you're telling the truth. You just I mean, you're putting all this information out on social media. Just detail it, outline it, and move on from it. But when you say things like, he was like, "Yeah, man, you know, I was out of town, and I think the timelines line up. I think the timelines line up."
Nope.
So I'm just saying. But when if you hear something like that, that would make you pause and be like, sounds a little iffy.
You already know.
I think
East Lansing, you guys.
I think Yaxel's got to maybe chill out and realize what happened to the last University of Michigan kid that came in there talking all crazy.
He wasn't 6'9", 245.
Now you know what I heard.
Draymond doesn't care.
In Draymond's response,
I agree with that. I'm just saying, like, what's his name? Jordan Poole, like 6'.
Jordan Poole was
6'2" and a half, 6'3",
small fry,
170, soaking wet.
You know what I heard though in Draymond's response?
Yeah.
Which came after he declined his player option. We're gonna pick up the hazing here in Golden State next year.
I did hear that.
Good.
So he's staying, and he most likely took a pay cut to do so.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on the conversation we'll be having next week about the Golden State Warriors.
When LeBron goes to Golden State, like
which
3 months.
Oh my God. It's a crime. They have the third most championships somehow.
Gonna happen.
Philadelphia Warriors.
Because it goes way back.
Shout out.
And you heard what he said. You heard what LeBron said in terms of trying to figure out that situation. Golden State told him, "Hey, look, you can stay where you're at, and you can fly in."
Post.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cleveland. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. But
stay in the West.
All right, I'm going around the room. I'm taking a wild guess. There's no B-Lad. There's no Cam. So does Thrive come from Gordo or you?
That's Alex.
Thrive actually comes from me.
I'm 2 days in a row. I'm 0 for 2.
That's all right. So I'm gonna tell you guys.
I might need a Thrive.
I'm gonna tell you. You might need a Thrive because I'm gonna tell you about Thrive right now. See, Thrive. Most people think that your energy comes in a 16-ounce can full of sugar and neon-colored liquid or clear liquid. A lot of people have zero sugar. You know, I used to fall for this, but let me tell you, I have actually switched to Thrive. Thrive, this isn't your daddy's dip. It's tobacco-free, nicotine-free, mental powerhouse packing 300 milligrams of clean, smart caffeine, including alpha-GPC and L-theanine. No jitters, no sugar crash, zero bloating. Dude, these are perfect for road trips. These are perfect for getting up and going in the morning. Thrive, you can find it online at dipstop.com. Remember to use that promo code WSN, 15% off your entire order, and exclusively at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Thrive, clean energy, zero distractions. Man, they just effing work.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets are available now at DebtCityFC.com.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
All right, let me tell you about my drink of choice. We talked about all day earlier. Let me talk about another Founders product. That is the Water Hazard. It is the very first canned vodka cocktail from Founders. It is a vodka-based cocktail at 5% alcohol. Man, let me tell you, hot day, it is boiling outside. So you know what you need? You need a drink of regular water, and then you need a drink of some Water Hazard. You can get $5 cans at any Art and Jake's location in Michigan on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Man, I'm telling you, get a Water Hazard. You won't regret it. And please, 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 always drink responsibly.
Gotta always make sure you are drinking responsibly. I think my family chat is asking for videos and pictures of rain, so I'm over here trying to get videos in. Sorry, man, life of
It's
uncle,
okay,
man.
we got some super
It's
chats, so we can talk about that. I know of one feud going on right now. I'm not sure that this is it. Gordo, you're pretty tapped in, so while I wait for Nitty to describe it, maybe you can help us out and get us there quicker. Nitty-gritty with $5.
Yep.
Whose side is the show taking in the WSN feud between Neil and Booner? Pick a side. Don't pull the diplomatic answer BS. Love you guys. Hashtag Maz is coming.
So this is more of a philosophical difference than anything else. Like this is a war of minds, in my opinion. And we see battles here at the office every single day.
We do.
So Booner is in the camp that a sports media show should be the perspective of fans, and that we should be able to portray our emotions and be able to give these like instant reactions where we maybe fly off the handle a little bit, but we give our honest take on things. And Neil, or at least Booner believes that Neil is more of the camp of being collected. What's the salary, the finance behind it? And I think this is like honestly, this is a philosophical battle that is integral for just us at the network, because I think we got to have both. So this is a great, we see this back and forth all the time between these guys. Whether they're arguing about, we're catching Neil saying that Duren and Wemby are basically the same, or Booner is, trying to convince us that the Tigers are back, which they are. They're
careful.
10 games below 500. Gordo.
But
12?
this is an ongoing battle. So we'll continue to see this.
It just seems like it's a battle of age. Realistically, I think the older you get, the more you're collected, the more you think everything through, the more you wait, you take your time, you see what chips fall, and then you can make the best assessment. When you're a little younger, it's a little more rash, a little irrational. It's right out the gates. When you see it, you respond in kind. So I think both avenues serve you well. I would choose Neil's side in the sense that I'll wait and be collective, but there are things that come up where I can't wait and be collected. There are times when you see me, I get on this show and I get some information, and I'm like, man, this is BS, blah, 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 and I jump into it. So I think you're a part of both. I try to be more on the collective side. Sometimes you gotta say shit. Like when it happens, you get some information, it's like I can't respond. Like the Terrion Arnold situation, like right when it happened, you could be on the side of trying to be calm, cool, collected, letting everything play out. And if you would have, you would have got to the situation that the Lions move on from him, and he would have been right. If you react and right when you get it, irrational, man, this is crazy. He blew it. He ruined it for himself. He had the opportunity to do this, that, and third. Well, guess what? They still moved on from him, so you will be right. I try to be collective, but sometimes you just can't help it, man. We're emotional. We're passionate about sports. Like if we weren't passionate about it, we wouldn't be up here.
This is a great debate here. I'm new to this business. This is my 6th year. You've been doing it a long time. You've done it with some really big networks. Neil's big time. Yeah. Okay, you're really talking about an argument between authenticity and brand. Okay, and when you come up here, you're supposed to be yourself, and you're supposed to bring your style. But at the same time, over time, you develop your brand. And I think that authenticity is allowed to really come out in a flamboyant style when you're younger. And as you get older, you can tailor and curate your emotion into your brand. And I think that you see authenticity come out of youth because they don't know how to disguise it or brand it. And I think as you get older, Neil knows what he is and what he wants to be, and he's well on his damn way to being one of the greatest voices in the country in terms of sports. And that is how he does it. Booner, young guy. I mean, we brought him back for a damn reason, and you love his authenticity. Both can be great, and neither is wrong. There isn't a side of the debate. It's the style you bring, whether you prefer authenticity or branding.
One thing I will say,
I fell asleep.
You missed some good shit.
Was that politics?
You missed some good shit.
Was that
somewhat.
politics? Was that politics? I'm just saying the answer said you can't get political. Did you get political?
There was nothing political
I
there.
didn't hear any politics.
Okay.
I heard fair
scoring.
assessment
That's
of the
it.
situation.
I will say though, Neil has been on a crazy one this week, saying stuff like Cade Cunningham is a Duren merchant, or saying, comparing Duren to Wembanyama. Also, the Jack Flaherty bit, it's getting old. Come on.
But Neil's the ultimate troller.
Oh, 1,000%.
Neil's the ultimate antagonist. Like he will legitimately set you up in conversations just to get
brand.
a rise.
Just reads
brand.
facts off a screen.
100%.
That's his brand.
To get a rise out of you.
And he's amazing at it.
Which Neil, you gotta know what's coming at you.
That's right.
You gotta know am I talking to the Neil that I can have a conversation with? This is about to lead somewhere, and we're about to get some good information out of this exchange between two like-minded individuals, or am I gonna get the Neil that's trying to troll the situation by throwing Bryce Underwood, his generational
Jack Flaherty,
throwing that out there all the time? But then I know, okay, this is the Neil I'm getting. I know not to engage.
Yeah, for sure. No, and honestly, I don't want to say any names, but kind of being a mentor to some of the newer people that we've had over the last few years. Some guys struggle with Neil. They flat out do, because he will set you up and break you down. You have to understand your paces with that. He's a professional, and that is his brand that he's been developing for years. Listen, Booner's brand is Kool-Aid over his head in the middle of winter. That's as authentic as you get. Real Cream and Reed saying I go both ways on this. You can go both ways. I mean, look at the people that we watch on ESPN and everywhere else. Some are massively authentic. Some are clickbait garbage, like the old. What's the old man? What's the old man though? The guy that's just hates LeBron.
Colin.
Tom
Skip.
Mazaway.
Skip. I mean, like, come on, like that guy's not authentic. Skip is Maz is authentic. You know what I'm saying? Maz is pure authentic. So you look at Skip, and Skip is all brand, man. And so you can be annoyed by someone's brand. You can tune in daily for their brand, but it's curated and cultivated over time. And Booner's still doing that, but you guys tune into him because you know you're going to get the most authentic emotional reaction out of that kid more days than not.
Yeah, I got to ask that question, too, by the head of Fresh Nation Media. What was his name? I shouldn't have asked his name. I should have stopped at the head. Ro. I got to ask that question by him. He said, are you on the side of the heavyweights or are you on the side of your own? Like, are you lobbying for the show? I was like, first of all, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, what debate?
Same thing they're talking about. He's talking about is Duran a Cade merchant or is Cade a Duran merchant? He asked that question. To be honest, I didn't know what he was talking about. But so he asked him, like, the personalities, the words, and the comments and the opinions that come out of the network, like, this is one network, but there are many minds that work within the network. So whatever someone's thoughts are, whatever someone's opinion is, Neil Rule is not, he don't speak for me. Like, Spencer don't speak for Anson.
And
Anson don't speak for Alex or Gordo. So this network, no, I don't have to side with you because we're on the same network. In fact, it's so good that we don't side with each other. That's how we're able to have a successful
That's why you're here.
Network. 100%.
That's why you're back in broadcasting.
I was telling him, I said, no, like, look, my own opinion is my own opinion, and sometimes it's different than them, and I'm always stand on that. I'm not going to back somebody because they're with the network. I back them. I back their ability to have an opinion and to be damn good about what that opinion is, expressing it to the masses.
Neil, despite his curated and brand over the years, has gotten himself into a lot of deep shit this week with the chat. He what was his comment about Wemby, comparing Wemby and Duran, basically the same thing?
They're the same thing in like when the moment's big and they need to come up in a clutch moment, that they're basically the same.
I wonder if they talk about us
had a
like
playoff
this.
appearance.
Exactly. But
I know they talk about you.
Neil does stuff like that where he's only comparing he's only comparing one aspect to another aspect. Like, he's not comparing Victor Wembanyama to Jalen, and this is what I hate about it sometimes. He's not comparing Jalen Duran to Victor Wembanyama from October to June. He's comparing the one time that Victor Wembanyama fell apart, which is in the NBA Finals. He's comparing that to all of Jalen Duran's playoff run. So he's completely negating what Victor Wembanyama did from April through May 25th. I don't like that.
Yeah, you can't
you can't do that.
One person actually looked like they were playing in the playoffs. Yeah. One person had their heart broke about Angel Reese. Like, you can't really say that they're the same person.
Like, Wendell Carter owned Jalen Duran. Like, stop there. Like, Wendell Carter is no pro.
He owned him for 2 rounds, Braylon.
Yeah.
He was still in his head in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's tough. That was absolutely tough. Look, let's take a quick commercial break. I think we're getting a little bit off kilter as it relates to the breaks. We'll get that.
Thanks, Neil.
Shout out to Neil. Watch him every day, 8 to 10. We'll get
Golden
back.
Voice.
We'll talk some World Cup. We'll talk some Tigers. But also, before we get there, Terrion, I want to clean that conversation up from yesterday. Tell me a little bit about Supreme Lending. Is that where we're at?
We are right there, guys, and we are right in the middle of home buying season. So you're looking to upgrade. Maybe you're looking to downgrade because your kids went to college, moved out, or it's your first time. Doesn't matter. Maybe you're just looking for a new mortgage. Want to lower that interest rate? Call Chad and Chris today then. They're going to walk you through the whole process from start to finish. And during that process, they're going to give you all the tools to get yourself in the best position for the best loan possible. They are Supreme Lending. They're offering 0% down payment programs. And through their partnership with us, they're going to give you up to $500 off of your home appraisal. They're Supreme Lending. With Chad and Chris, you can give them a call. You see the numbers there. Get on the phone today, guys.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
You know, all of our sponsors are the best in their field. But you guys know all about the best in pizza. And that's the original, since 1946, the Detroit-style deep dish, invented by none other than Buddy's Pizza, guys. They got locations all around Michigan, secrets all around the world. Get yourself some deep dish, but they got more than just that. Last week we had it all, man. We had the wings, the spaghetti and meatballs, the salads. It's amazing. And it's 4th of July this weekend. So get in touch with them and use that code. Save yourself 20% up. Maybe you got a big party. You want to cater it. That same Woodward 20 code, it's going to save you up to $200 off of Buddy's Pizza Catering. So head on over today. Check out the original Buddy's Pizza at buddyspizza.com.
Buddy's Pizza, the original, the OG, and nobody does it better. Welcome back to the second hour of the show. Actually, 22 minutes into the second hour of the show, talking a little bit about who's right, Nehru or Booner, before we get back into that. Who's the headliner between Usher and Chris Brown? That's one thing I wanted to ask in the initial, but we had First Nation Media, so we wanted to entertain them and let them do their thing, and they were amazing at it. Shout out to Riley and Brian, who came up here and interviewed. Riley with a Y, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. She's R-Y-L-E-Y, because our own Riley is R-I. Shout out to Michigan State.
Wait, it's how? Oh,
he's R-I.
I thought his last name ended with an I. I'm like, no, dog, no. Say it ain't so, Brandy.
Who's the headliner for this show? Years in the game, both of them. Obviously, Chris Brown, a little younger than Usher. Usher's been doing it since '93, give or take. Chris Brown came out '04.
He was done if his last name ended in an I. R-I-L-I. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm sorry. But to answer your question, Usher can be played in every house. I think there's houses that won't play Chris Brown.
Because of situations that he's been
correct. In. And to me, like,
Usher's been in some stuff too now.
That ain't kind of stuff.
He's been sued for, let's just say, I'll say less, but I'll just say
less sexy things. But listen, my man put his hands on Rihanna. Isn't that who it was?
Yeah, but okay.
That's Rihanna.
Okay, hear me out.
Put your hands on Rihanna.
Okay, Jay-Z. I hear you over there. I'm not asking about that, and we understand that. That's why Usher's concerts make a certain amount of money. Chris Brown concerts make a certain amount of money. There's more sponsorship for Usher and other artists because they don't have that, so people want to work with them. I get that. You're absolutely correct. I'm taking that off the table. I'm just talking about their body of work. I'm talking about what they have in that regard. Who is the headliner for this concert? Is it Usher or is it Chris Brown?
I prefer Chris Brown's music, but I still think Usher is bigger. As time has gone by, I think that Chris Brown had him absolutely eclipsed.
Yeah.
Like never going to change. And then stuff happened. He kind of fell out a little bit. He's been brought back in, and it's kind of forgotten.
Yeah.
Much like social media drama that seems like the end of the world for a week, and then everybody forgets. But no, I mean, for me, it's Usher. But again, this isn't my genre. So if I just had to go off of what I see and the perspective of people, like what were they saying versus actually who's better, I got to go Usher.
Only one of them was in the Boondocks, so got to go Usher.
Sarah Smile. Shout out to the Boondocks and Sarah Smile. It was a good one. Hall & Oates originated on that one.
Hey, shout out Hall & Oates.
You know what time it is, man. Who you got on that one, Gordo? Who's the headliner? Because I hear what you're saying. I'm going to go last. I hear what you're saying. I'm just not necessarily sure I'm there.
Hey, look at me now.
Hey,
look at me now.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
I'm fresher than a mouth. Come on, you already know who I got.
I'm with you. I'm going Chris Brown. Look, I understand what Usher has been. I understand who he is. I understand that he's done a Super Bowl. And kudos to him. Super Bowl is kind of like that coup de grace. Oh, you got a Super Bowl? You're now on this level. He did the Vegas residency and all those things. There's a certain amount, there's a certain type of individual that's going to see Usher on the regular. It's the people that like the trend, and it's black women from the ages of 30 to 50 that are trying to go in there and relive their 90s and relive their 2000s and go lick on the cherries that he holds at the concert. We know, come on, it's
I love seeing those.
You know, I ain't lying. You know I'm not lying.
That was the Coldplay getting caught by the Coldplay before.
100%. And she got caught too. And then she made the comment. She said, well, it was, shut up, girl.
Immediately blamed it on the dude.
I'm not doing that, because if that was a man, you guys would have a fit. If I was up there doing something sexy with Janet Jackson. And that's Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
That's right.
But for me, it's Usher. I mean, that's Chris. Chris is the first one that went mainstream, and what they say, like, he went mainstream. He went like house. He took the house vibe. He went bigger than ever. You play it everywhere. Everybody's playing it. Every genre of people, every culture, all around the world, they rock with Chris. When you go to his concerts, you see individuals my age. You see kids that are 14. You see white, black, Asian, Arabic. Doesn't matter. I'm going Chris Brown. Now, if you talk about the other stuff, yes, Usher has the cleaner, by far, profile.
I think Chris has
Chris is the headliner.
He has the bigger street cred with his fans. This guy has the mainstream cred. Like, everyone knows his name. There's a lot of people that might not know who Chris Brown is.
That's cap.
And no, I'm saying, like, my mom doesn't know who Chris Brown is. She knows who Usher. She's a 78-year-old white woman.
I
will.
Right now.
I'll text her right now.
Text your mom right now and ask her if she heard of Chris Brown.
I definitely couldn't call my mom. She's the one that put me onto this all this music in the first place.
100%.
I don't think she'd answer. Should I call her?
You can text her.
My mom would segue the show if we called her about Chris Brown. She would go on a 30-minute.
How old's your mom know?
I should know this, like 55, I believe.
Yeah, you should know that.
Chat, help me out here. Is it Usher? Is it Chris Brown? Who's the headline?
I'll get a poll going.
I understand what was done, and don't sleep. Usher's no saint. Hence why Justin Bieber tried to choke you out in the club. Usher's no saint, but that catalog, reach, the whole 9 yards. I just think Chris Brown's bigger. I just look at also this. It's not all about music, but we're talking about music. Chris Brown has had a song in the Billboard 100 since he debuted in 2004. That was 22 years ago. No artist in the history has ever done
This
that.
is like the Cade Goff, who's the king of the city. I'd love to say Cade, all right? But if you ask
it's Jared Goff.
a million people that don't really know, they're going to say Jared Goff. And that's what I think this case is. I'm not going to an Usher concert. I would go to a Chris Brown concert, but I think if you go around the world, around the country, and who knows this guy more, I think Usher wins.
Okay, let me ask this question. Before Usher did the Super Bowl, because I won't even say the residency. I think even with the residency, it's Chris Brown. Before he did the Super Bowl, and now you're getting into 128 million homes, and now it's on repeat, and now people are going back to YouTube and watching. Before the Super Bowl, would it have been Chris Brown?
Sure, this man's mainstream now. I mean, he could host the Academy Awards, the Grammys. You know, that's who they're developing him into. He's going to be the face of major events for the rest of his life.
You know what? Fine, fair.
I like Usher.
I like both.
Who would you rather hang out with for a weekend?
Neither.
That's a hard pass.
That's
a hard pass, huh?
That's a hard pass on both, because with Usher, I'm like, I don't know what type of kinky shit him and his friends are into, and then also with Chris, I don't know what I'm gonna get subjected to.
Usher crushing the chat or crushing the vote.
Okay.
Yeah, big time. Big time. This is quite the it's 70. Yeah, it's like 75-25.
Oh, and you know what I love about this conversation? All of them are football fans. Take the Super Bowl out of the equation.
But you can't. And that's why he is the mainstream king, and Chris Brown is the better time.
You know what? Speaking of better time, around the country right now, the better time has been World Cup and FIFA. U.S. gets a win last night. They went 2-0 over Bosnia and Herzegovina. However, somebody got eliminated because of a red card, man. When we come back, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the red card that it was a huge BS call. And just talk about what Team USA is doing right now. Shout out to North America. All three teams through to the next round. Mexico, Canada, and U.S. Let's get a message in from Pure Psychology once again.
We ran that one actually.
We do Art
kind
and
of
Jakes.
fit that one in. Yeah,
I do Art and Jakes. Art and Jakes. We were there this past Tuesday. We were there for the watch party that was the Detroit Tigers over the New York Yankees. Shout out to the Tigers. This is what Art and Jake does, though, man. They like to partner with the people, and they like to present to you 80 screens wall to wall, and also 22 beers on tap. But then the food. The food is sneaky because it's not just bar food. They have an extensive menu, and they have some of the favorites that it might catch you slipping, man. Pull up on Art and Jake's. They have them all around the state. You can scan this mobile app right to my right on this side. Scan the mobile app. Check them out. See the location, see the areas, and see what they do. I'm telling you, we have a great time every time we go there. We only partner with the people you should partner with.
All right. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets available now at DeadCityFC.com.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that.
Don't just survive, thrive.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Are you looking to take your massage relaxation game to the next level? Then you got to check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, the largest massage chair room in all of the Midwest. They carry top brands like Infinity and Osaki, making it the go-to destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. Be sure to visit Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews. At the Wellness Doc is where you can find him. Book your visit today at Massage Chair House. Use that QR code right above my head. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Ah, he runs a 6-second 40. He's the fastest man in the world. Dude, that voice on you is unreal.
We we got some tricks up the bag, up the sleeve.
I was like, huh?
I was looking around. Like, who just came in here?
I was
man Gordo.
It's a powerful
Anson,
voice.
this is what we're going to do after the show. We're going to work on the imitation of Gordo's voice. We're going to get that down.
All right.
Okay. Well, no, I was going straight to the Shane Gillis joke about the whole curly.
Yeah, I know. I got this.
Last time we were cool.
This is true. Before we get on to...
we used to have the best nicknames.
Oh, that was at the roast?
Curly Neal. He runs a 6-second 40. He's the fastest man in the world.
That was one of his stand-ups, but that was a
the home run. Fuck. Oh, all right. That is the best, man.
I gotta tap in because right now I'm
off the rails.
Yeah, 100% news to me. Before we get into Team USA, interesting red card last night. How you pronounce his name? Work on that.
Who's that?
Balogun.
There we go.
Balogun.
I knew you had him.
Balogun.
I will say this about the Usher situation. You bring up a valid point, Riley, as it relates to the magnitude and the impact of how dope it was, he did create the CD, the project, the album, Confessions.
These are my
Confessions is arguably an unbeatable album looking at that era from 90s till now. I will say this. When that album came out, it was 2004. 2004 was my senior year in college. I'm at Michigan. I'm only at 2004. Lil Jon and everything that was going on with that wave. That's Yin Yang Twins. It's David Banner. That's T.I. Jeezy just drops. Like everything Atlanta, Ludacris still was popping and doing this thing. Like everything was crazy. The crunk music, fighting in the club, B.I.B.I. Like we getting them, we loaded. I had 2 Rockford Fosgate 12s in my back, 5x9s.
That was the most fun era of music.
What? Like just
the crunk era?
You knew I was coming down the street. We were coming to the club. We weren't coming to fight, wink, wink, if you will. But Usher kept in rotation. Like Confessions was in rotation, and you knew if you got in Braylon's Explorer, he was like, look, there's a chance that he is going to be playing, okay, or these are my confessions. So I will say Usher was able to maintain his space with the rap group. So
no album made more babies in the history of mankind.
That's false.
Barry White?
No.
What?
He's in jail right now, but don't sleep on R. Kelly. The king of
Hey, where's the drop? Give us the drop.
Don't
what album? No. I said specific album.
This is the problem. He has 5. He has 4 that contend.
Okay.
There's 12 Play. There's R, the original double disc, and everybody knows Feeling on Your Booty, and that came off TP2. Those are 3 albums right there where kids are still being created. So I'm just saying, like, you gotta watch your mouth when you're talking about art.
Yeah. I don't know. I think solo, like one album, I think Confessions made the most babies in mankind history.
Well, Confessions, he was trying to tell you, like, I'm sorry I cheated on you.
I knocked a lot of boosts to that track, to that whole album, man. I'm telling you.
Knocking boosts. Speaking of knocking boosts, man, boosts were knocked yesterday as it relates to the football. On the grass, in the I'm always trying to find
These segues are strong, bro.
100%, man. Levi Stadium that saw a win. Team USA, they get the win 2-0. Watching the game, what did you think? I thought it was exciting. I think the free kick that Tillman hit, like this is the stuff that's taking you to the next level. These are the things that we saw from other countries. This is what you see from the Messis and this is what you see from Portugal. This is what you see from Argentina. This is what you see from Germany and Paris and all those. That free kick was special. That win was really good, and they had a player that they were missing for 30 minutes. They matched the intensity of Bosnia. They matched the aggression, and they held strong.
And nice, ball don't lie.
Nice. Hey, you saw that, right? Came right back
ball
and got to go. Go
lie.
ahead. Take it from there, Alex.
Yeah, ball don't lie, man. I mean, like you look at. Honestly, it was a physical game yesterday. So like you're gonna have those things where players are colliding into each other, and to the fact that it was called a red card after VAR review is just ridiculous to me. Like I think that is, maybe this is the booner in me coming out as we were talking earlier. It's just it is egregious that this call was made after a VAR review. I could understand it may be initially but you're going to review that and you're going to call that intentional when it is quite clearly a accidental collision and then grant no appeal. But like I said, ball don't lie, because what happened 2 minutes later, we had that free kick and one of the most beautiful free kicks other than Messi's the other day ago, and sunk right in. That was a failure on their goalkeeper and just an absolute dime of a shot.
I will say this, in watching these World Cup matchups, you do see your fair share of reviews. It's much like the NBA or the NFL or whatever. But their reviews are quick, and then they don't necessarily ever change.
Yeah.
Like their reviews are quick, they don't change. They'll go to the camera for 2 seconds, and then they're not coming back and saying, hey, well, we thought it was this and this what it is. They're going to the camera, and they're staying with that. I don't think they like the ability. I don't think they like changing calls. I think they don't want to be ones that are like, what happened in this moment? With all the sports betting, with all the things, with all the conspiracies, they're like, look, unless it's just like that, which it should have been, just leave it as is.
I mean, FIFA's largely considered the most corrupt of all the large sports organizations. True. And when you look at the flopping, the reasons why you've been turned off to the sport in the past, you open up a can of worms if you start diminishing the referees in FIFA. They have to maintain their presence and strength and power position on the pitch. But no, I want to talk about that free kick, because I've been watching World Cup since '94. You know you're not going to get much out of the men's team pretty much my whole life. This year felt different. It's looked different. I have never in my lifetime seen a free kick like that from anybody wearing USA white.
Okay.
I'm just no. I'm saying from the USA team. I've never ever seen
Landon Donovan. He didn't do it for you.
No, I mean, but I've seen them do like. Listen, you're down a man. They're rushing on you. You need that extra goal. You need that to put yourself ahead. And the English on that thing, it just clearing the line and then dipping down the way that it did. Like as a fan, I was always so jealous of all the other teams that had guys that could do that kind of magic with the ball. Yeah. And now we've got more than just one.
And the thing is, it was a straight kick too. Like there was no trickery involved. And that goalkeeper thought it was going to the keeper's left, and it just went straight.
The English was down.
Yeah.
It like went up and then a lot of movement, but not side to side at all.
No, it was just a good power shot. I think that if you looked at Bosnia's kind of like setup, they definitely thought we were going to get a little tricky. I think they thought it was going to be a short pass hit to the top right corner, which also probably would have gone in. But I think the fact that we just was the most American thing we could possibly do in that moment, and just went for a straight shot in. I think that's what gave us our edge.
Yeah, speaking of American, by the way, that's another thing you notice when you look at Team USA. Not a lot of Johnsons and Evans on the roster when you look at it. There's a Frise, there is an Arston, there is a Sergino Dest, there is a Ream, there is a, let me make sure I'm getting it right, Berhalter.
There's a lot of culture.
There's a Reina, if you will. There's a Rodan, if you will.
I think that's most Western countries, though.
But I'm being funny. What I'm saying is you're starting to see the eliteness of Team USA, but you also notice that they ain't just using American players anymore. Mm-hmm. They're branching out. They're bringing those players in.
Johnson and Jones.
Exactly. Like, which is no problem. I remember watching figure skating as a kid when the Winter Olympics could come in. Team USA is winning gold medals, but it's usually names like Christina Yamaguchi, Michelle Kwan.
Well, when you have minority families move here and migrate here,
that's what I was
they bring the game that they love so much. But listen, I love America, but the American family is largely broken in this country. And when you bring an immigrant family in that's tight-knit and they love something, they're passionate about it, they have a full support system, and that's what they do. So the fact that you're seeing these unfamiliar names starting to make up these teams, that's what we needed to challenge on the world stage.
Where are we with FIFA World Cup, now that we've gotten through the first round for sure and then we're finishing up the second round, where are we with who do we think is going to win? Are the odds still in favor? Obviously, we know Mbappe and France are at the top of the charge. Spain is floating around 2. England was at 3 for a while. Now there's a little bit of this. Exactly. So who do you think the top 5 teams are remaining? I'll go to you, Alex, and then you answer.
Well, it would be USA if they brought me on. I know you're down a striker, so like, hey guys, I'm here. But if I'm going to be honest,
put him in the game.
If you guys can see, my team is out, so I'm a little bit sad about it.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Dankeschön.
In a BS game with Paraguay, but I've been a Messi guy since day one, and Messi is looking fantastic. However, no team has ever won back-to-back World Cups, so it's hard to say Argentina. I will never say Portugal is going to make it past round 2 of the World Cup.
Not a Portugal guy.
Struggle.
Absolutely not. So I'm going to go top 3 teams for me, if that's okay, Braylon.
Please.
I'm going to go. Right now, I hate to say it, France looks really good right
100%. now. Mbappe is number 1 now.
I am going to put Argentina at 2.
So you're looking for the rematch.
Argentina.
Yep. And number 3, I need them to do it. Croatia, please get Portugal out of this World Cup. All right, I will be your biggest fan. I will go buy a jersey if you can get Portugal out.
Honorary Croat.
Yeah.
You just hate Ronaldo? Is that the deal?
I think Ronaldo is probably. I think he's great. Don't get me wrong. I think he is a great soccer player. And
I hear the old word coming.
Is he football with a U? Is he their version of minus the championships, LeBron James?
No, he's like the version of Lamar Jackson.
For the NFL.
Like you say he's the greatest player in the league, but he has 0 accolades to back it up.
Okay, so you don't necessarily dislike who Cristiano Ronaldo is as a person. You just dislike that he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, and when he does something, then people are going to say he's better than Messi, so I really need Portugal to not win.
I like that compare. Although I feel like my guy caught a stray in Lamar Jackson, but
I'm sorry.
No. 2 things can be true. He is my guy, but when you say it, he has not been past the AFC Championship game. So fair.
Hey, real quick.
Damn, that was a good one, man.
Where is the patriotism? Where is the love for our country?
My
we are
man.
2 days away
My
from
man.
the 4th of July,
Get
the 250th anniversary of this country, and nobody is putting USA in their top 3. Rock, flag, and eagle. Let's go USA! World Cup champs!
Shout out.
Love
Okay,
this guy.
There it is, Team USA. What about Team USA makes them a top 5 team for you, Gordo, besides the fact that they don the 3 most beautiful colors as it relates to the country's pride?
I have no idea. I'm not a big soccer guy. Shout out Pulisic. Shout out Balogun. But go USA. That's all I got to say.
I'm glad you said that. Look, I'm glad you brought up Pulisic. The offsides is the interest. Like, the offside still bothers me. The offside still bothers me.
Like the rule of it?
Yeah, because it's tough to negate or tough to navigate. I'm watching Pulisic, the first one when he was offside, negates his goal, and you're looking. And when they showed the line and where he was and how he was offside, that line wasn't even on the field. Like, that line was just on the TV screen. I could be correct. I could be wrong. But it seems like you have to understand where that line is, and you better not be passing. But meanwhile, there's no chalk.
Yeah, you can't go past the last defender. So wherever that last defender, because it's a never-ending moving line.
Right.
So wherever that last defender is, you can't go past until the ball goes past. So think of like the blue line in hockey, just consistently moving.
Got you, going up and down, whatever that last player is for the opposition. See, you see, when you ask questions in life, they get answered, and you can move forward. Now, I would never have that mistake again. Whenever I see it, I'm like, no, see, what happened was the last defender was right there, and he was a little bit past him, so that is offside.
France will be Final Four. Argentina will be Final Four.
Correct.
And then you've got the 2 other brackets that are really wild. Really strong bracket where you've got Holland, you've got Brazil, and you've got Mexico, who kind of
snuck in.
Well, they knocked the monkey off their back because they've had terrible luck.
And so they're like the Toronto Maple
Bit of a
Leafs.
curse on them not being able to get out of that first round. They're at home, and I love my Mexican people. I love spending time down there, and they are so proud. They love their game so much, and this is their moment.
Just against England, too, right? 2 of the biggest football countries in the world.
Those 4. I mean, obviously Norway isn't, but he's one of the main faces in
Holland,
soccer.
for sure.
So, listen, I'm gonna put Mexico out there. I think that there's some cooking going on. All right, I think one of the host teams will be in. I don't think it's us, unfortunately, but I think we do get past Belgium, and then Portugal, Croatia, very fun and stuff, but Spain's coming out. I think it'll be Spain versus France, and I'm calling my upset Mexico up against Argentina.
Mexico versus Argentina.
And then Argentina wipes the floor with them.
But Brazil, they got to beat Brazil, and Brazil's got to get past Holland, man.
I have been duped before by teams having the home field advantage. If you remember 2014, guess what the team was that was supposed to win? It was none other than Brazil. Brazil goes up against Germany, and they get BTA.
7-1, baby.
I remember watching that at the bar.
A pity goal.
At the end, Carlos, at the end, that pity goal was like in the 92nd minute or whatever it was, or like right before the 90th.
I will say they didn't have Neymar that game.
They did not.
Neymar was their main player, and they said they were going to do that for Neymar, but they lost 2.
Yeah, they got
my team.
Baby. I watched it at a Brazilian bar too, man. It was like there were like 6 Germans in the bar. I was in Miami. There were 6 Germans in the bar. There's a bunch of green and yellow flags, and everybody's in there, and they got it going. They had to dance and had all of that going on, all that vibe, and then that game started. Like, it happened right away. It wasn't one of those things where like it went back and forth and back and forth and back. They scored in like 4 minutes.
Yeah, it was a BTA absolute bloodbath. I think I was in Greece at the time watching it, and I was just having the best day of my life.
I actually felt bad.
Freddie Felt $2 super chat. I haven't been patriotic since the '92 Dream Team.
Ooh.
Shout out Freddie
Get
out.
Freddie. No, I'm kidding.
I feel like, you know what? I understand it, but you can't tell me that 2024. When Steph took over,
this last France, one when he shot over old boy. 2024. You said,
2024. Steph over France, and
that was
last year.
Fun. I thought we were losing that game for sure.
Last year, Team USA over Canada.
That too.
That was tough. That was a big one here at the network too.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
U.S. has a chance to do the unthinkable. I think quarterfinals are happening. I think they get by Belgium.
Okay.
But
you can't be an 8 or back team and then lose your best player.
They're going to beat Belgium.
I'm right here, guys. Bring me on the team.
Bring them on the team.
They are beating Belgium. Can they get by your guy in Portugal or the Spanish? I don't think so.
We'll figure that out, but we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll get back on track. We'll come back. We'll close the show. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. This has been a hell of a show, and you always tend to show up for the crew, and we appreciate you. Let's get a message in from...
Let me tell you guys about Darren McCarty's grand opening of his Grind Time Wrestling Academy. Shout out, guys. Tonight, the heavyweights are going to be down right after the stream. They're going to be starting up 5 o'clock, guys. Make sure that you don't miss the show, and make sure that if you want to get down there, check out the coolest, training academy. There's nothing like this in the state of Michigan. Like, totally honest with you, there's nothing as amazing as what DMAC has built at the Brewster Douglas Recreation Center right next to the historic Kronk Gym. So make sure that you guys check it out. Thursday, July 2nd, that's today. Open house from 5:30 to 7:30, and the graduation show from 7:30 to 9 p.m., where the new, fresh graduates of the Grind Time Wrestling Academy put it all on the line. So shout out to DMAC.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
I know you know their name, because they've been doing it for over 30 years here in Detroit, and they are the leaders. We're talking about the Yaldo Eye Center. Whether it's Rip Hamilton or your uncle, everybody's been through that place. Over 100,000 successful procedures. Talking about LASIK, an 8-minute painless procedure that the majority of everyone who does it, they're seeing 20/20 the next day. And we got an awesome summertime special for you. That $16.99 per eye. Doesn't matter how blind you are or how little you need glasses. They're all $16.99 per eye. So head on over to the Yaldo Eye Center today or give them a call at 248-553-9800.
Still can't believe my niece is 4 years old. Where the hell happened to the time, man? And we are back 1,000%. Anson, you want to clean up some super chats?
Yes, we do. We
get
do.
That going?
I got something from Dante Will Save, but
Dante, what up, though?
Yeah, he's got an interesting thing about the new rule that's we're gonna see in summer leagues in the NBA this year. But Chris got the munchies because he went to Loom. Bray, he dropped $20 on this. We're gonna spend a little bit of time on this one.
Okay.
Bray, what up? We just seen the TA situation talking about Terrion. You being from the city, how did you not get pulled into that kind of stuff? And when you were when you made it, was it hard leaving some of the guys behind you that you love, but they just weren't on a different time than you?
One, my parents didn't play that stuff. I will start with my parents. I give them the credit. I had 2 moms. I had 2 dads. I was very blessed. I'm still very blessed. I have all my parents. For lack of a better word, they didn't play that shit. So so I couldn't come home with certain things. And, you've heard my name and things that have happened throughout my career, and they were pissed about that. I think for me, as it relates to the Terrion situation, I just never tried to portray who I wasn't. And I'm not necessarily saying that, just looking at it from my perspective, like I wasn't no gangster. I wasn't no mob boss. I wasn't carrying guns. Like, that's not what I was. I grew up in Detroit. Like, I literally grew up in Detroit, right here, 8 Mile of Woodward. You want to go over there? I was in A1 Woodward. I was hanging out in 6 Mile and Livernois. Like, these are areas where there could be some smoke. I saw a lot of things. I went to King High School. Used to get into the fight with the King Home kids that lived across the street. The neighborhood kids, they would come up. We would fight. We'd do all the things. I did all that. I was around all that, but I was not that. I was not claiming to be some thug with a gun. I was not claiming to be the boss. Man, I pull up on him. I pull the strap out. No, I wouldn't, because I didn't. I didn't want to do that. So I didn't have to be that, and I never tried to be that. I also had people that were that, and I didn't have to digitally do this, that, and the third, and yada, yada. If you want to be in a situation, if you want to bring some smoke my way, the smoke can get back to you, but it ain't going to come from me.
That's right. Karma, don't forget.
Wink, wink. So I was just able to play it smooth, but my parents didn't play that, so I never even thought about trying to engage in that activity, whether it's legal or not. I wasn't here for it.
Getting an opportunity to know both sets of your parents explains so much of what the man you are and you've become. They're fantastic, man.
2 stand-up fathers, 2 stand-up mothers, man. No so my mom, like, that's my rock. That's my go-to. As it relates to the Terrion Arnold moving forward, though, I think the Lions showed us what they really thought of the draft pick 2 years ago. And I think, like, Terry said it yesterday, and we get a chance to go back because so much was going on in this hot-ass studio. But when you think about it, the Detroit Lions had a DB that they drafted that a lot of people watched over the last 2 years. A lot of people were still waiting to see if he was going to turn into this first-round draft pick that they moved up 6 picks to go get 2 years ago. And I don't think he ever would. And realistically, they're moving on so fast because it's come out that 3 teams are now interested to see what this is going to be and maybe sign him because it's going to be a lot cheaper. So you get him for a deal, you get him for a steal, and it's smart. But you got teams waiting to see what's going to happen. You know, he may be on the team before the season. He may play this season for somebody else. The Lions had that opportunity to wait. The Lions had that opportunity to wait and see. And then the excuse, not the excuse, but the story was, well, they just want the identity to be a certain thing. You see what happened with Cam Sutton? They don't want that. Cam Sutton couldn't cover. And the same is going on with Terrion Arnold. If Terrion Arnold was out there, realistic, tell me I'm lying. If Terrion had 5 interceptions last year, 20 pass deflections, and only 4 penalties, would he be off the Detroit Lions roster? Hell no. We want to wait and see. We got to wait and see. But the fact that you got a guy that you believe that you missed on, this is their way of saying we missed without ever having to say we missed.
J-Mo didn't go anywhere.
You're damn right. And J-Mo had a couple instances. And J-Mo's wasn't this. It may not be the same, but J-Mo with the gun situation before you figure out it was brothers and all that other stuff, that carried some weight, and that was the thing. So different kind of situations, but to your point, J-Mo stayed, whether it was whatever. It was the gambling. It was the gun. It was the da-da-da-da-da, all minuscule stuff. They kept J-Mo. If he was out there like Sauce Gardner was in 23, he'd be here. If he was out there like Patrick Surtain, if he was out there like Quinyon Mitchell, who was in that same draft class, he'd still be here.
If you're good enough, you get a little bit untouchable.
That's right. Let's finish up with a little bit of the stat chat here. Okay. Exiled Hanson 89, spelled like a last name. I don't think that has anything to do with me. Shout out Braylon Edwards, Sean.
Hey, you know, and I appreciate that. The show, we appreciate that, man.
Now, there is one that I did not know this, Dante. I appreciate you bringing this up.
Uh-oh.
First of all, F this. But in the summer leagues, so any free throw or any fouling situation that would have sent a player to the line, results in 1, 2, or 3 free throws, correct?
Yeah.
In the summer leagues, you get 1 free throw, period, to make 1, 2, or 3 points. So if you get fouled on a 3,
so it's like skewed.
You go to the line, and all you have to do is hit 1 to make all 3 shots.
What? Wait, what? But, so if they make their first one, they get 3 points.
Correct.
The NBA is doing interesting things like that too. Because the first time I heard that 1 for 2 was this year in the playoffs. You saw that, where it's like you get 2, like you get 1 if you make it on 1. You get 2 shots to get a point.
And that was world play, right?
No, that was in the playoffs this year. That was in the finals.
Isn't that
because it happened with Jalen Brunson and Wemby, where it was a
that's during a tech or a flagrant, but yes,
but that's new.
Yes, it is.
I was like, wait, what? You get 2 shots to make 1 point?
So yeah, that's the bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It hasn't always been like
No, that's in college. He's talking about something that happens during a technical flagrant foul.
Yeah.
It
where
was
you get
it was a play in which it got overturned, and in getting overturned, it became a flagrant one, and then in getting that flagrant one, they got the ball and they got 2 shots, and then they only had to make they got 2 shots to make 1 point. So if you make it on 1, you get the 1. If you miss, you get another opportunity to make that 1.
So it's like a 1-and-1 reverse.
Exactly.
But this
why
one,
you get 2 shots.
This one's wild.
Yeah, that's
so it
SGA
really
is going to be.
I mean,
oh my god,
is this going to help or hurt bad free throw shooters?
it's going to
help.
hurt the flopping business and like in basketball because all I'm going to do is sit
All
on
he
the
has to do is
perimeter
make one
and
and-
flop, like, and make a shot and get 3 points.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I said it hurt. Like, help them.
I think that it helps the better shooters and hurts the bad shooters. Because if you're a sub 50% shooter, the likelihood of you making the 1 shot is not great. But if you have 2 or 3 attempts, like Mitchell Robinson, you might make 1.
So do you like it?
I hate it. I'm sorry. You need to make your points.
Yeah, I agree.
You're getting paid way too
because
much money.
I agree.
Make it easier on him. Adam Silver. I don't use the H word. I'm sorry.
I agree too, because realistically, remember the game that
Getting them Anson.
well, they lost, damn, 4 in a row. But remember when Jalen Brunson missed that shot at the free throw line, which he never does. It gave Wemby and them another opportunity. Now he turned the ball over.
Great pass.
It gave
Great pass.
nobody's home.
There was a no-look pass. Stephon Castle was not looking.
I was just about to say. For both people, because clearly Wemby didn't look either.
Man.
He looked away. This has been a fun show. It's 4:01, so we got to get up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Look, we appreciate you guys for tuning in to the Braylon Edwards Show on 2.0 Woodward Sports, man. Alex, appreciate that work out of you, man. You were awesome, as well as Gordo.
Real quick, where do you think he ends up?
Terrion, out of these 3 teams, take a wild
I needed that. I needed that before we left. Sorry, bro. I had to have it.
Anson Wells, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Concert. Usher's the headline. We'll see you guys tomorrow.